Welcome back to the Conference USA Tip-Off Show, presented by Trilogy NextGen. We are welcoming the Western Kentucky Lady Toppers. They finished second in Conference USA last season, 19-14. What a turnaround they had. Starting the season at 1-5. They made it all the way to the WNIT. They would lose to the eventual NIT champs in Kansas. But let's see what they can build on from last season's success. We're joined by head coach Greg Collins and their point guard Alexis Mead. Thanks for joining us.
Appreciate it. Glad to be here.
All right, 1-5 you started. How did you turn things around last year?
Never stop believing. Keep faith. Keep believing in the process. Believe in what you're doing. We were young, still learning, and but there was a bunch of kids that really fought hard and just kept believing and kept working hard.
What did you learn about your team? I mean, really, what did you learn about yourself, too, having that faith and then competing against Kansas in the WNIT?
Well, I think they continued to, that start kind of embodied the whole season. Even there were a lot of games where we were down during the game, but they just continued to play hard and never gave up and kept playing. And so just that resiliency, being able to come back, always believing that you still got another shot at it, and sometimes it works out.
Okay, tell me about some of the stars you have coming back. You have Alexis Mead here to your left.
Well, she's worked really hard in the offseason to get stronger, get better, to play in control and to control the game. Casey Hayes comes back, another preseason first-team all-conference player. And I think we've got a bunch of young players that have really worked hard in the offseason, got some returners, and Teresa Faustino and Josie Gilvin, Karis Allen, a lot of players, Aaliyah Pitts, that really worked hard in the offseason to be ready for this season. The chemistry of this team is really positive. They've done a lot of things together this summer. They've really taken it upon themselves to get stronger and get in better shape in the weight room, and it's starting to pay dividends in practice.
Having stars like Alexis and Casey, what kind of offense can you run with them?
Well, we talk about the offense. I mean, we broke some records from our school last year, but it's really about the defense. We really work hard every day. You can ask Alexis. It's all about keeping the pressure on defense and making sure we're disruptive. And so that leads to easier offense, better offense. And so there's times where we're making shots and we look like $1 million, but there's also times when we're not making a lot of shots. And that's where that defense and just that aggressiveness got to keep coming to play.
Okay, Alexis, the school records. You set the school record for steals and threes last year. How'd you guys accomplish that?
Like Coach said, just hard work, extra work that we put in the gym, in the off time, and then just those steals, just being there on the defensive end. Coach always wants us to be in those passing lanes, always pushes that in practice, something that we really focus in on every single day, actually. That's what led us to break the record. Being on there on the defensive end, that's what really broke the three-point record, is getting stops on defense first to get that record broken on the three-point end, you know.
In that WNIT game against Kansas, 7 assists and 12 rebounds. You're the point guard. How'd you get 12 rebounds?
Coach always tells me I have an eye for the ball, just for where it's going to land. I kind of feel the same way. I feel like I can really, when that shot goes up, I can kind of see where it's going to go. That game, I just had a lot of energy. I really wanted to win that game. So I was just out there trying to get that ball, trying to do the best I can.
This offseason, hit the weight room, working on conditioning. What are some of the other focuses you worked on, and how have you pushed your teammates?
Being a better leader this year. Going out, we have a lot of young girls that came in, some transfers, some girls that leave. So just getting the team together, like you said, we spent a lot of time together in the summer, just hanging out, just building the team chemistry. So I think my biggest focus was just being the biggest leader I can on this team this year. Leading us in the right direction, having that focus, our focus to win a championship, obvious, but having the focus outside the weight room as well, keeping the team together, and then just also on my personal game, like you said, getting stronger. I think that was one of my biggest goals this offseason, was changing my body, getting stronger, my upper body, my lower body, getting faster, getting more explosive, so just things like that.
Point guard is oftentimes the heart and soul of the team. So we got to get to know you off the court a little bit. You're from the West Coast, you're from right outside of LA, and I know you like to ride motorcycles. What is your motorcycle you're riding around campus right now?
I ride a Harley Sportster.
Wow. So how'd you get into motorcycles?
I used to ride dirt bikes when I was a young girl. I started growing up. I had some cousins that raced. They raced their dirt bikes. I used to always go to their races. Always into them. And I told my dad one day, I was like, I really want to ride a motorcycle. And close to when I first came out here, I actually got a motorcycle. And then him and coach made me keep it home for my freshman year. Told me I couldn't bring it out there yet. So they said I needed to just fill it out there in Kentucky just for that first year. And then come my sophomore year, I was able to bring it out there.
What is it about riding dirt bikes, motorcycles? What kind of a rush do you get from that that's different from basketball?
Obviously, do something that I love. Ride a motorcycle, something that I love. Play basketball, something that I love. So I kind of get that same feeling when doing both of those. But I mean, riding a motorcycle, I mean, coach would have wind blowing through his hair, you know?
Have you ever gotten on the back of the motorcycle?
No, when she brought her bike here, I said I got 2 rules. 1, you wear a helmet, and 2, you don't have passengers on it. So no, she's not allowed to have passengers, and she has to wear that helmet.
Okay, if you win the Conference USA title this year, will you do anything with a motorcycle?
I'll take a picture on it.
I might get it for a ride. You might see a picture of Coach Collins in a helmet.
We'll have to work something out here. I like this. I like where this is going, though. We're going to pop up your schedule on the big screen and walk us through the highlights.
Well, obviously, I mean, we've got a bunch of teams that do really well in their conference there, starting out with Mercer and then going on the road to Vanderbilt and playing a great Kansas State team to kick off that Gulf Coast Showcase down there. And so I really like our schedule. There's a lot of strong teams in there. It's going to really challenge this team, and most importantly, I think it'll get us ready as we open the conference there with Liberty.
All right, Coach Collins, in his 6th year at Western Kentucky, and Alexis Meade, the point guard. You got to work on Coach. You got to work out something. If you guys win, there's something fun with the motorcycle.
I work on him every day.
I love that.
We'll go fishing.
Okay.